welcome back to Make and Break. I am here today to do kind of a crazy thing. I was holding off on doing this for a little bit because I wanted to get a little bit better at 3D modeling. We have CQDK here, nice and early in the chat, very appreciated. Yeah, I just wanted to wait a little bit to do this, and I should put my lights on, and there we go, now we have some light. I just wanted to get better at 3D modeling before I made this little carnival. This carnival has been a very important part of the project that I'm working on right now. And I guess, I don't know, I guess it's just time. I feel comfortable, I feel fine. So we're gonna make a little carnival here. That's the goal for today. I'm gonna make a bunch of little components. I'm gonna try and organize it into a bit of like a town. I don't know what you would call a carnival. A carnival. I'm gonna arrange it into a carnival. But yeah, so we're just gonna start with pieces here and there. Kind of have some fun. This might be a 2-day project, who knows? But yeah, I'm gonna jump right into it. So let's go ahead and throw on our normal playlist, which is very loud. You went live the second I came home from a ride with my mom on our motorcycle. Well, that sounds like a pleasant little day, doesn't it? How are you doing, CQ? How are you doing right now? Alright, so let's go ahead and build out this structure. I think there's a lot of different ways that I can make this. I'm gonna make things a little bit all over the place. Really nice, and you? Good. We love to hear really nice. That's excellent. Really nice is great. That's what you want to hear. I'm doing really good. I ate really healthy this morning. I made myself some breakfast tacos with avocado and rice and beans and all the good stuff. And then once I had done that, I just sat and wrote and really took my time this morning, which is something I don't normally get to do. I feel like a lot of my life is free time, but I don't get a lot of it somehow. Like, I don't have control over my free time. And this morning I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna do whatever I want. And I did, and it was really nice. So that was lovely. That was a lovely little thing that happened this morning. So I guess the question for chat now is, what kind of motorcycle is it, CQDK? What kind of motorcycle is she rocking? Alright, so there's a lot of little nuances to one of these hammer machines. And we're gonna have to really make it work. A Honda? Yo, that's legit. Driving a Honda motorcycle, that's cool. How long ago did she get it? There's like, motorcycles are very strange little things, aren't they? The people that drive motorcycles are all over the place. Some of them are sporty, some of them are jocks, some of them are old, and like, motorcycles are very non-cultural, I would say. Alright, so there's a bell at the top, there's a little ridge in the middle for everything to go down. Other than that, this is a pretty standard design, I would argue. We got it like 2 years ago. That's excellent. That is so cool. When I was younger, I was like dead set that getting a motorcycle was what I wanted. I was like, I can't wait to have a motorcycle. The older I get, the less I want a motorcycle. I get upset when I drive to some degree. I really don't like other drivers. I find that people are very selfish. And I think if I ended up getting a motorcycle, I would just feed into that too much. But I think once I get in a place that's a little bit more secure in my life, I would regularly like to rent motorcycles. I think that would be a lovely little thing to do. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and just make the part that the bell sits on. It's gonna look just like this. That's perfect. And then all we gotta do is make a little ridge for it to go up on. So if I cut... That's not gonna work. It's fine. We can just do it like this. So I'm gonna go ahead and extrude along normals, just like that. Nice little ridge that we're gonna fit the little clinker, whatever you want to call it, in. A lot of people with motorcycles are really nice. Yeah, I definitely see that. That seems to be the case for sure. Yeah, motorcycles are cool, man. I'm a big motorcycle fan. I just will never end up getting one myself. Maybe that'll change. Maybe once I have like a midlife crisis or something, I'll change my point of view. But for the time being, it just, I don't know, it's not me. It's not my energy. Alright, so we're gonna stick this right up here. In fact, I probably didn't need to do that. Hold on. Boom, 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 boom. Cut out that end, cut out that end. Yep, perfect. That's okay. Yeah, man. Everyone's entitled to their own beliefs. Nobody should be expected to do anything. I think that's my favorite thing about, like, new generation ideology. I mean, you can say what you want about, like, younger folks and the way of the world and stuff like that, but the big thing that I think is cool nowadays is everybody kind of gets to be cool if they try. Like, there's nothing that's ever like, this is cool, right? Like back in the 50s, right? If you were a greaser, you're cool, period. It's like, that doesn't really exist anymore. Now it's just sort of like, oh, you're passionate about something? Cool, you're cool. This guy who's a big geek, he's cool. It's like, okay, that's weird. I can't think of a history where that's ever been a thing. And it's very reassuring to see that it's a thing. Okay, the way that this attaches is super weird. It's super, super strange. So it's got like a seesaw. So let's go ahead and make that seesaw part real quick. Just like that. So we'll put it like right there, and then I'm gonna grab these two. Hello, that's not what I wanted. Right there, and we're gonna make a square. So just like a nice little square right there. And a square here. And this should pull itself up pretty nicely. And what do we want? You have 2K points? What the heck? What are you doing? Tell you what, from here, I think we want just a little bit. And just a little bit. I guess I gotta give you more things to spend your points on. You and Amazing Barrel both have been, like, shotgunning this stream, which is very appreciated. But I gotta find ways to give you ways to spend your points. Otherwise, what's the point, right? Okay, so this is gonna be a real challenge now that I'm looking at it. But I think we're gonna just kind of take the easy way out, because I could sit and think about this for a really long time, and I don't know if it's gonna be in our best interest to do so. So here's the way that I think I want to do it. If you got any ideas for things that I can add to give you points for, please let me know. The big thing that I was thinking was letting people vote on quick sketches, but I think we only really get one of those per stream, so it's probably not the most interesting incentive in the world. So if you come with anything else, let me know, please. I'm all down with that. You know what I should do? Now that I'm thinking, okay, this is where my brain's at right now. While we do kind of mundane tasks, I should charge people channel points to self-advertise. Like, you should be able to, like, shout out your, like, Instagram or your ArtStation or whatever if you have enough channel points. I think that's compelling. I think the kind of people that are gonna want to do that will enjoy it. And the kind of people who don't care will just continue not caring. And that's fine. Alright, so we'll do that. So if I've done this correctly, to the best of my understanding, that should go here like that. And the spring will touch up right on there. I'm one of the kind because I love sharing. Yeah, of course. I mean, if I had the opportunity to share my work in somebody else's chat, you better believe I would do it. Why wouldn't I? You'd be like a fool not to. Okay, so the way that these normally work... Oh, I'm not sure about this. The way that these normally work is they sit down with a little, like, plug, and there's a peg here that you shoot up when you hammer it. But that's a lot of work for me to be doing for kind of no reason. So instead... Oh gosh, what have I done? Instead, I'm going to try and simplify this just a little bit. I think that worked. Yep, and there's that little curve there where the track fits in. That's perfect. Exactly what we want. I can always lower the back end of this if I need to. Okay, so this is where the thing comes and hits, and that has to be rubber. Otherwise, we're good to go. Now I can sit and work on perspective. What do you mean work on perspective? As in your art? Or what? What do you mean by perspective? Also, I'm kind of thinking I want to redo this in my art. Yeah, excellent. I think the energy of these streams is definitely like, when you're watching me, you should just be working on your art. Like, I expect nothing less of people. I've been thinking a lot lately about, like, if my stream is interesting or not. And I think the verdict is that my stream is probably not that interesting. But when it comes to people, like, watching my stream, it's more of just like a chill thing. People come here and we just hang out, right? I don't expect people to sit and watch and pay attention to every little move I make. If you do, sure, whatever, but like, I'm not one of those kinds of people. And I think I thought a long time, like, how am I gonna be one of those people? And it's like, well, I'm not, so who cares? Why even stress it? Why even attempt to be that kind of person? Okay, if one of my friends is live, I will probably leave, but if not, I like to stay. You know, I like the honesty. I don't hold anybody to anything at this point. The stream is just a little chill place. We all hang out here, no problem. Oh, wait. So, here we go. Here's what I'm gonna end up doing. We're gonna skew this guy. Like that. That actually worked perfect. And it looks a little misaligned, which is good. Stay, you don't have a choice. Honestly, that's what I should be doing, but I'm not going to. At the end of the day, the success that I'm going to have on Twitch is kind of secondary to the things that I'm working towards. Like, I want to make games, right? I want to make games, I want to tell stories, I want to do all these different things. And if Twitch allows me to do that, that's cool. But, like, me being a big name streamer, nah, that ain't never happening. Not only is that not happening statistically, that's not gonna happen from like a mentality standpoint. I don't think that way. That's not how my brain is wired. I don't want to be the best. Alright, so let's make a spring. We're gonna make a nice little spring for this thing, and then we'll make the little bell part, and then we should be set. This should be good to go. People screaming outside my window. I suppose I am also screaming, so whatever, I guess. Yeah, that'll be like that. Oh, this is coming together. Cool. So I'm just gonna have to sit and like subdivide and make this thing a little bit rounder, but otherwise, we're looking pretty good. And I'll have to make a hammer. The hammer will be definitely one of the more interesting parts of this. So let's make a spring. I'm gonna want to make a curve, curve, spiral. What on earth? Radius growth, 0.1. I'm screaming like a good potato. You're big on this whole potato thing, aren't you? This is the new thing, is the potato? Height, we're gonna make the height way lower. There we go, that looks good. That looks way better. Cool, so radius is gonna be like 0.5. And like 0.5, I think. That looks so good. Okay, if I can manage it, I'm going to do like a -2. We're going to try and get it in position as best as I can. -2.5. Oh, wait, Pog. Yeah, you're the Pog guy. You're not the potato guy. What do you think you're doing? Trying to step outside of your normal setup here? 0.2, 0.2. We're going to raise it up. That's too much. 0.2. That should be all right. And the radius and height can be raised just a little bit. 0.23. That looks all right, but I'm probably gonna do 0.22. Yeah, that'll work. Potato is Pog. You know, finally, you're saying something I can wrap my brain around. I feel you now. I get that. Potato is indeed very Pog. It's kind of a lot of unnecessary geometry, I think, but when I switch it to a mesh, I can remove edges, so I'm not that frustrated about it. What we're going to want is a little tiny extrusion. That's so big. 0.01. 0.01. Okay, 0.02, that'll work. And the depth is 0.02. Potato Pog. Well, we've officially devolved already. Stream has barely started and we're already off into no man's land. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and actually stretch this, which you're not allowed to do for some reason. So we'll push it down just a little bit. There we go. This should work. That looks good enough for me. And now we can come back to this and say, why does it look so weirdly curved? CQDK, what's your current project? What are you currently working on? You still working on Rob? Or what's next? Full back. We definitely want full. But I'm wondering why it is so specifically weirdly shaped. 0.01. Oh, it looks a little better. One of my fave creatures I have made. Yeah, what are you doing with it? What's next? What are you making with it? Alright. I mean, that's a good enough spring for me, honestly. It looks a little weird. It goes into the middle of nowhere, but who cares, right? Like, the amount of effort it would take to make a bearing for a spring to fit into is, like, work beyond what I have. So I'm going to call it there. And I think I'm just going to leave it as a spring in case I have to sit and edit it later. So we'll leave it just like that. I might move it back just a little bit. So let's say -2.8. -2.75. No, we'll stick to that. -2.7. Oh, gosh. -2.72. Sure. Its head from a perspective I don't draw in. That's good. You need to push yourself. That's very important. You can never get too comfy with things. All right, so let's go ahead and grab this, go into edit mode. I'm gonna pop in just this little bit on the end right here. And we're gonna extrude that, and that is going to be our little rubber. In fact, the rubber is pretty big. Yeah, it's more like a block of soap than anything else. So let's redo that. We'll put it like right there, and I'll put one more like right here. I'm gonna grab you, and we're gonna stretch you guys out. We're gonna make a nice little block of soap from this guy. Bada boom. Cool. This is going to be a lot of material editing that I don't really want to do, but it'll look good in the end, so I'm not that worried about it. And I have a really interesting idea for after we do this. The next thing I'm going to make is going to be kind of nuts. It'll take a little bit, but I think it'll be worth it. Cool. So that's that. I'm going to build out a bracket on the back, probably off stream. I just don't think it's the most interesting thing in the world. So in the meantime, I'm going to make the bell with a little divot on the end, and then I'm going to make the ball that goes up and hit it. I love drawing the tongue. From what I remember, tongues in your art are very crucial. You do a lot of tongue. If I remember, like, the heads of your animals are pretty gnarly looking, and their tongues, like, come out like Greninja almost all over the place. Just pretty cool. Pretty big fan of it. You got a pretty cool style for, you know, someone who is seemingly still so early in their career. And I gotta say, from all of the artists that I've interacted with, all of the people that I know in my life, having a style is kind of it. That's the thing that makes you famous. It doesn't, like, you have to be a good artist to some degree, especially to make a style in the first place. But, like, beyond that, your ability to make a style is whether you're, like, popular or not. I think a lot of people pursue, like, being the best possible artist they can, and they miss out on just having, like, a personal style. So good on you for having one. That's crucial. Okay. That seems like a nice and easy bell shape right there. Looks pretty much exact. I'm not even going to sit and worry about it. Instead, we're just going to go ahead and push you back. So let's put you on 0. Let's make sure you get aligned right up on this thing. In fact, there's a little bit of a distance between the two, so I'll go ahead and just emphasize that. And all the way up. Come on. There we go. Let's make it just a little bit smaller, just to fit right in there. And we're in. Second I said I like drawing, the tongue, it all just froze. Is it digital? You're doing digital art? I thought you did it all drawn. I thought for sure it was drawn. It looks drawn. That's kind of awesome if it's digital. It doesn't look digital at all. Oh, my stream froze. That's okay. I don't have any missed frames on my side, so I think your internet might have just had a little kick. Which, you know, it happens. Okay, this... We're gonna have to sit and round out a bunch of this on our own. Yeah, it was mine. That's okay. That's fine. I didn't say anything of huge importance. We've just kind of been chatting. Nothing too weird. Gosh, I really don't want to sit and bevel all of this, but I think I have to. So, you know what? I'm going to do that off stream. That's an off stream task. I'm not doing it now. It does it a lot. Got it. I'm assuming your internet speeds are just kind of jumpy then, in general. Okay, let's make a striker. Strikers for this, they have a very particular shape. It's kind of hard to wrap my brain around. It's usually like a cylinder. You know what? Let's look it up real quick. I want to be very exact here. We're on Firefox. I'm going to look up bell striker. I should really be using an incognito when I look this up. Oh, this doesn't help me at all. Yeah, more like that. That's more of what we want. So I guess the easiest way that I could try and do this is, let's make an icosphere. Add mesh icosphere of 3. And we're just going to make a little tiny icosphere. Yep, but if I download something on my phone, my computer will froze until it's done. I get that. You said you live in Denmark. Aren't internet speeds like amazing in Europe? Maybe I'm thinking of just Iceland. I know Iceland has like crazy good internet. It's like actually insane what their internet speeds look like. Okay, so we just want that little guy right there. So we're gonna grab all of you. It's kind of sad. Are you downloading stuff on your phone a lot? I can't remember the last time I downloaded anything on my phone. That seems like new. That seems like not something I've ever done before. Nope. Okay. I mean, that's good, given your current circumstance. You probably shouldn't be downloading stuff on your phone if it won't take anything. Let's go ahead and SY0 to make a flat surface here. Shout out to Simo for that little tip right there. And we're going to go ahead and grab this. Close to never, but if I also sent a picture, it also happens. How long does it take? Just like a couple of minutes, or like how long will it be down for? That's kind of the big one, right? If it only takes a couple of minutes, then I mean, it's annoying, but it's probably not the worst thing in the world. Okay, so I'm gonna grab you and you, and we're gonna go SX0. And then I'm gonna grab you. We're gonna go SX0. Like 2 to 5 minutes. That's a long time. Well, good on you, I guess. Alright, there we go. That's as good as this ball thing needs to be, I think. Will it even hit the bell? It definitely will not hit the bell. So I'm going to make it even smaller, and I'm definitely going to shorten this part. We're going to call that right there. We'll do it like that, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this. And if I take all of that and I shorten it quite a bit, maybe I don't need to shorten this now that I'm thinking about it. Just this. That should be all right. Grab the whole thing, push it back into here. I mean, it looks a little bit weird, but I don't hate it. So we'll push you on down, lay you to rest here on this bed. There we go. So that's the part that flies up and hits the bell. So now we just gotta fix the bell, because there's no way the bell can be hit by something like that. So we'll do it like this, and pull you out just a little bit. it looks a little weird, but I think you'll get the idea. I think it's fine. So that's that. Actually, if we're doing this really correctly, I should pull the bell out a little bit. And I'm going to grab these guys and extrude them backwards. There we go. Now we have a proper looking bell. That should do. So this comes up, wham bam, hits it, makes a noise. You're good. You've done it. You succeed. Cool. So there's a lot of stuff that I have to do off stream now, but I'm going to do it off stream. So we're going to call you Striker. We're going to call you Bell. We're going to call this whole thing Strongman Test. And we're going to call the spiral a spring. And the whole thing gets put into a collection called Strongman Test. Not bad. Not half bad. I'll even put the empty in there, and we're going to hide that. And I think we're done with this for now. Oh, wait. Oh, I got to make a hammer. All right. A hammer. A hammer, a hammer, a hammer. Oh, this is going to be rough. Okay, so it is... A hammer is a cylinder. You're fine. Don't you worry. You have yourself a good rest of your day, and I hope your internet fixes itself soon enough. Good luck with all that. And keep having a good day. I'm glad you're having a good day versus the day you had the other day. There we go. We'll go ahead and say that's not a terrible hammer. I'm kind of inclined to try and make this hammer really interesting looking. But I think that's like a terrible idea. Like if I go like this. Oh, there's like no reason to do this. You know what? I don't care. I'm way too much of a perfectionist for this. And we're gonna do 2 of these, and we're gonna scale them out just a little bit. And then I'm just gonna make a handle. So we're gonna make ourselves a nice, strong little handle right here in the middle. I guess before we do that, we should push all of this in. And then we make ourselves a nice little handle. My cat is complaining at the door. She wants in so bad. I played with her all morning, and she's just so greedy. She can't handle not having me play with her even more. She's so greedy, she decided to wake me up at 5 in the morning because she has this fun little habit. My cat has this amazing habit where she screams at her toys when she has them. So let me put this in perspective. It's the middle of the night, and you start hearing your cat screaming, and it sounds like bloody murder. I mean, it sounds like my cat's dying. And what's actually happening is she found that one of her toys is on the floor somewhere, and she's screaming because she has it. She's not screaming because she doesn't have it. She's not upset. She's happy. And so she screams bloody murder because she wants everybody in the world to know that indeed she has her favorite toy. It's very frustrating. It's very annoying. So every night we just take her toys and put it away, and it's like, now you don't get to play. Isn't that a bad thing? Like, why would you? I don't know. She's not very smart. She's not a very smart cat at all. Which I guess is endearing. I guess that's what makes her so, like, charming. But, God, it's annoying. So yeah, every night we take our cat's toys away. And she doesn't get to play with them in the middle of the night because, I don't know, she's just the worst. Also, I realized I can't bevel this. Why can't I bevel that? Strange. Let's go ahead and merge by distance. Get rid of 4 vertices. I thought there would be more. I can sit and re-topo this for a little bit, but I'm probably not going to do it right now. So we'll wait until next time for this. Yeah, we don't need to be doing this right now. This is nothing. So that's a hammer. Done. So let me go ahead and place it in a very aesthetic angle over here. We'll place it nice and right over here. So let's go ahead and lean it down just a slight bit. And I'm going to tilt it around just a little bit. And using my Z-axis, I can see exactly where it intersects right there. That's good. That's our hammer, done. And it sits well enough off the back of it that we won't have any conflicts of this being stuck. So yeah, this looks great. That's a hammer, done. I'll probably sit and retopo it offline, just like I'm going to do the rest of this offline, which for all intents and purposes mean that I might just do it on stream one day when we do a really boring stream. But yeah, here we are for the time being. So what next? What are we doing next? Next up, take a swig of water. Oh yeah, I just realized I have a little blonde stripe in my hair. I didn't think about it. That just happened last night. My partner was dyeing their hair, and we just decided, hey, why not? Put a little blonde streak in there. So that's what we did. Okay, this cylinder is going to be called a hammer. I'm going to call it Strongman Hammer, just because we might have other hammers in here. And now I make the crux of the whole build for myself. This is probably what I'm going to spend the majority of my time working on. This is the thing I'm the most excited for. I know what you're thinking. It is this. It's one of these little vortexes. So I'm going to make a vortex, and it's going to lead to a special little area that I might make on stream today or not, depending if I have enough time. So, the geometry of this is going to be very crucial. I will gladly make a little extra geometry for the sake of this. This is kind of like a crucial piece of the whole thing. So I'm thinking 64, maybe even like 86. 86 looks really good to me. So we're gonna do that, and we're going to expand it out to a size that we like, and then I'm going to push it on back. The actual sizing of this is going to depend on a couple of variables a little bit later, but we'll get there when we get there. So let's go ahead and just grab it and bridge it. So we'll just go for a bridge. We got ourselves a nice little tunnel. Now we got to make ourselves a little path leading up to the tunnel. And the best way I know how to do this, I got an idea. Let's go ahead and push this guy to the side. I'm going to make a single brick of walkway, and then we're going to repeat the brick moving forward. So check this out. I'm going to make a mesh. Oh man, should it be a plane? I guess I'll make a plane. It doesn't need to not be a plane, so we can make it a plane. And it's just a single brick, so we're not going to make any changes here. Instead, I'm going to split it. I'm going to split it about 12 times. No, more than that. 16 times. Yep, that'll work. And I'm going to split it 2 times, and then we're going to push those to the edge and hopefully make perfect squares. Jello, how you doing? You just missed CQDK. All right, so here is the thought for me. If I take this... Oh, no, this could be easy. This could be really easy. I got it. Let's just do some math real quick. Just some simple math, and we will have it done. Tired as can be. Yourself? Why are you so tired? I feel great. I had like a wonderful morning. I had a really nice morning. I ate really healthy and I'm just feeling good, you know? Just one of those vibes today. I need to stop saying vibe. I'm stuck on vibe for whatever reason. I've never said vibe this much in my life. I got to saying it yesterday and it's all I can say now. Okay, so check this out. We're gonna do that. I'm gonna bridge these guys. We're gonna bridge these guys. And if I math this out correctly, we will have the exact same amount on the top and the bottom. So check this. Let's not accidentally click anything. I'm thinking it's going to be 14. It might be 16. I don't know why it would be 16 though. It can't be 16. That makes no sense. Hold on. I'm pretty sure it's 14, but let me try because 14 looked weird. Finals in 10, preparations on full drive. 10 days. Got it. What are you going to school for? If you don't mind me asking. Of course, you have the right to privacy. I don't mean to force you to say anything. Okay, let's go 14 this time, because it definitely didn't equal correctly. Language. Oh, you did say this. You've already said this. There's too much for me to keep up with. What kind of finals do you take? Are they like foreign language classes, or is it like tool-based? Like what are your finals? What do your finals look like? All right. So all I'm doing is just bridging everything together. And we've definitely timed it correctly, so we look good here. And then this little center portion, we're gonna make a little square in, and that is going to be our grading. Do you have Mutarita in the US? I have no idea what that is. So I'm gonna say probably not. If it's something that we have in the United States, I've never heard of it. Not saying that it doesn't exist, but I don't know what that is. It was not a part of my education, I'll tell you that. Yo, this is impossible. Hold on, let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of this. And now we should have a little bit easier time zooming. There we go, that feels a lot better. The relative zoom can get really frustrating when you're working on big projects like this. Okay, so here's where we try to make sense of the world around us. Because this still has to fit together with another piece. I'm actually thinking I might have made a mistake here, but let's give it a shot. If I take this and we go like that, and we pull out just a little bit, we want to pull based on global, and we want it to be Y. Yep, so 0, 0, 0.1. Just a little tiny pull right there. That'll do. And now I will grab you, and you, and you, and you, and we will bevel you guys. That ain't half bad. And now I will grab the whole thing, and we will merge by distance, and go to like 0.01. That should do just fine. Beryl, I don't know if you're typing or not, but I would love to know what the, this Mutarita thing is. I'm sure you are typing. I know you, you take a little bit to type, and that's perfectly fine, but in case you're not typing, you got us on pins and needles. We gotta know. The world's gotta know what this thing is. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and push this like that. Oh! Oh, it's good. Oh, it's good. Oh, it looks good. Look at that. Wow, that worked. Better than I could have ever expected. Holy cow. Okay, so now we're just gonna take this and do all of these guys. This isn't my favorite little bit of geometry, but we'll go for it. It's possible Beryl also just fell asleep. Beryl does have a tendency to fall asleep on my streams. Oh, there we go. There's a text wall. We got it. Folks, we got him. The finals for high schools here are comprised of a set of written tests and one oral test in front of a commission. Basically normal stuff, but one can swear that they are hearing boss music. Got it. So it's like a dissertation. I had that for my Japanese classes in college. It was never called that, so I don't know about that, but we definitely experienced that. I definitely did that. I think it was just called something different, though. Or it might not have been called anything at all. It's possible it was called, this thing. You don't know what a dissertation is. A dissertation is, like, proof that you know what you're talking about. It depends on, like, what kind of dissertation you're giving. For me, personally, I worked in the physics department. And so physics dissertations would be like you proposing evidence and a project on how to, like, continue your research. So you were kind of like doing a business proposal for science. And it included like an oral component and all that sort of stuff. They were very common in most majors around my school. Okay, this got bad, but it does look really nice. So I think we're gonna take this, and I'm gonna grab everything and merge by distance and just see the chaos that erupts from this. Yeah, so first things first, we're gonna want this guy. Oh gosh. You know what? What if I instead just made it smaller? Let's do it again. Like that. Because then you have a flat edge, but it's still workable, and I can probably fix up a couple of these edges later. And it gives the impression between these two as being very separate. Whoa, why does the floor look like that? Okay, so we're gonna definitely want to auto smooth. Oh, perfect. Perfect, 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 perfect. We're here. We've done it. Okay, so the whole thing is gonna be metal. I'm gonna probably try and re-topo this thing as much as I can. But it looks pretty good for the time being. The only thing that I absolutely 100% have to do is we need to grab all of this and inset a little hole. Oh gosh. This is going to be problematic. I suppose we could go like... Nope, we can't do that. Oh, this is a yikes. This is a big yikes right here. How would I do this? Oh, okay, I have a smart solution. This isn't the most graceful solution you've ever seen in your life, but it will work. I'm gonna K. We're gonna hit enter. And I'm gonna K. We're gonna hit enter. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab all of one of them. And you are going to get SX0. And I'm gonna grab all of you, and you're gonna get SX0. Ooh. I can solve any problem. We can solve any problem here today. So here's what we're gonna do. We're going to grab X and then get it right on that line. Right on this line. Grab X right on the line. Make it look perfect. Grab X right on the line. Perfect. That's as good as I'm going to get that. Now it's your turn. Grab X right on the line. Grab X right on that line. Ooh, we're here. So now all I need to do is grab both of them and scooch them apart. And we've done it. We've made ourselves a nice little lovely path. Problem solved. Nothing to even scoff at. So this is going to be a vertex group right here. So we're going to call you grading. Actually, nope. This is going to be it. We'll keep the top and the bottom consistent like that. So I'm going to assign, select, deselect, select, deselect. Perfect. And if I bring everything back to the way we want it, we're going to call this Trippy Tube. This is going to be our tube. This is our walkway. Tube is going to go back to 0. The walkway is going to come all the way back up to here. Oh, this thing's gonna be huge. What the heck? This is gonna be a lot to look at, that's for sure. Maybe I should make this just a little bit smaller. It's just a little much. There we go. We can sit and rearrange this as much as we want, but for the time being, this is gonna be fine. And I'm gonna put an array on it, and it's going to be up by Y. And all the poles fit in correctly. It looks perfect. It looks literally perfect. So we'll go all the way to the end. And I can effectively just keep this as an array until I'm done with it. So, perfect. Let's sit and do some noting, because this is the one that I'm kind of excited for. This is the one that I want to really, like, buckle down and master. I suppose it doesn't need to be this long now that I'm looking at it. It's a little too long. Let's go ahead and push all this forward just a little bit. Right about there should do. This'll do. We'll keep it a little bit over just so that when you step in, there'll be a little boundary between whatever the entrance of this looks like and the end is perfect. Okay, excellent. Let's do it. Time to note it. So here is my thought. We're going to grab all of this. We're going to give it an actual bit of world info. World info is going to be a little strange. Let's give it mono interior. It's too dark. Photo shoot? Industrial interior. You know what? It'll be bright once we add stuff to it, so that this is fine as it is. Okay, object. It's definitely loading a little bit slowly, which is worrying. That means that we gotta be careful with how we export this. So I'm probably gonna do my best to like really reduce the geometry on this thing. We'll make it like a nice dark gray. That looks just about perfect to me. I think there's nothing else that's really super needed for this. So we'll go ahead and take that, and I'm gonna grab just one of them. Go into edit mode. We'll go and select this. Open up a new slot, and I'm going to hit assign. There we go, just like that, perfect. So if I go back to here, back to object mode, slot 2, it's going to be very similar to what we did yesterday. I'm going to do the exact same thing as slot 1. Point 1 and high metallic, low specular, roughness to 0.2. It's going to be exactly the same as this, but we're going to want to put in a brick texture. And the brick is going to determine its alpha. So the mortar should be black. These guys should be clear. Hello? Why is it not? Oh, it is working. Okay, it just looks strange. After maturity question mark, you receive a grading that lets you apply to jobs college. Not all high schools here have this. Some which give you more of a way of specialization, give you a vocational certificate instead. That is mostly if you are looking for a job that is not academic, like in the industrial agricultural sphere. Too long did not read. You can get a job without going through this crap if you go for a specialized high school. Got it. I mean, it's pretty similar here. It's just that instead of it being called all of that, it's just college. And like diploma, our diploma system is so unforgiving to people that aren't good at school, unfortunately. The unfortunate thing about college here in the United States is it almost exclusively ends up being that people who go to college suffer and people who don't go to college suffer. And when you suffer determines a lot. So people that don't end up going to college usually find success earlier than people who do go to college, as nonsensical as that even makes sense. Because the prospect of you being successful after college has almost nothing to do with college itself. Which is just a really bad system, all in all. College in the United States, I'm sure college everywhere, but especially in the United States, college is corrupt and awful and needs reform as soon as possible. College is just a rough little thing to go through. Especially given how little, like, warning you're given. At least I, personally, I wasn't given that much warning between high school and college. I just kind of showed up one day and I was like, whoa, this is really bad. Okay, so this is going to be our walkway. Looks pretty good. I'm kind of inclined to try and switch to Eevee. But as you can see, Eevee hates doing clear textures. Eventually, I should be switching to Eevee in general. Because, like, Cycles definitely kills my computer. But, I don't know. I'm just an old traditionalist. Alright, so the question remains, what are we going to do about this? I'm sort of inclined. I want to play with this a lot. I want to do some weird stuff with this. So here's my thought. Let's put in a color ramp. Oh gosh, this is going to be tough. Okay, I got it. Let's make another brick texture. Hear me out. We're going to make a brick texture. Exactly. Oh, it's exactly what we want. It looks perfect. It looks literally perfect. Okay, so we're going to make everything even. 0.2, 0.2. Mortar size is 0.01. Brick smoothness is good. And the scale, we're going to drop it way down. Like maybe 2? I'm starting to think I don't love this. Okay, well, I'm just going to give it a shot, right? We're just going to give it a little bit of a shot. Here's my thought process. I just want to see this through, but I have a different way that I think I want to do it. We're going to change the scale based on diagonals or based on Y. No offense to anyone, but some degrees, some of the US universities sound like something that does not produce employable people. A lot of them are that way, unfortunately. Yeah, the US loves just like... I'm sure this is true everywhere. Again, I'm sure this is true everywhere. But this, like... There's such a weird culture of, you can do whatever you want. And it's like, no, you can't. Like, yes, you can if you work really hard. But not working hard cannot be one of those do whatever you want values. Like, you have to... If you want to do something that no one's ever done before or something that's unsuccessful, your job is to find a way to make it successful. If you don't do that, then too bad, right? Like, it's not gonna happen. And I think that's like definitely the most frustrating thing about the US is how pervasive that argument is. How, like, commonly people are like, no, it's okay. You can do whatever you like. It's like, stop. Stop feeding people this nonsense. That part drives me nuts. Okay, so here's the goal. I have this. I have a wave texture going straight down. I'm doing my best to crinkle it. How I'm gonna do that is a little tough. I'm not really sure what the methodology for doing this would even be. Let's try plugging in some things and just seeing what happens. Okay, so we can make it... Like, we can make it go in different directions, but, like... The phase offset... Oh, I got it. We put a linear gradient on the phase offset, and if the linear gradient is made correctly enough, I think we're set. Okay, so we want... Okay, so let's... For whatever reason, this isn't working the way I thought this was going to work. But let's give it a shot real quick. Texture coordinates and a mapping. And what direction is this? This is Y. I want Y to be way smaller or way bigger. Why isn't this working? You can do whatever in the sense that no one will stop you from going bankrupt unless you are already rich owner of something, in which case the government will bail you out. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I mean, you can do whatever you want. Period. But the consequence of doing whatever you want often leads you to being homeless. I suppose you can't, because, like, you can't do, like, doctor-assisted suicide everywhere in the United States. So you kind of can't do whatever you want. But, like, the implication is very frustrating. I'm having a lot of trouble registering how I'm going to do this. I'm just going to Google this real quick. Hold on. We're going to cheat. It's going to be worth it in the end. But let's cheat together. How to make a spiral in Blender nodes. Yes, please. Just tell me. Create spiral pattern. Oh gosh, it's crazy. Volumetric cylinder. Distort it by rotating it around the origin by amount varies. Volumetric cylinder. Achieved by calculating distance from the origin. Just 2 of the 3 dimensions. This is crazy. Just show me. I just want to see it. This is exactly what I want. This is it. No, don't make me download it. I just want to read it. I'm perfectly capable of just doing it. I just need to see what the textures look like. No, don't take me to some weirdo website. You can try using a noise texture, also using Eevee render engine, change it to cycles, then you might get nodes that you're looking for. Those are some blending skills. This is tough. I don't know. I don't exactly understand how you would do something like this. We want... Actually, if we take... No, man, everything I can think of is not what we want. Hold on. Let's do... We want texture coordinates for sure. And then we want to math them. Do we have a vector math? Yeah, that's not what we want. Okay, so we want to math node them based on object data or a tangent. Tangent's exactly what we want. That's what I want. A tangent. Yep, there we go. Perfect. It'll be the Y tangent, I imagine. And then I'm going to put a math node on it, and we're going to spiral it. There we go. Okay, so I don't think it's the Y tangent. Oh, man, we have it, but it's not... Hold on. We're here. Power. Y. Oh, man. we take this and we put a gradient texture in front of it, and then we go for the multiply, like we get 1, right? How do we get more than 1? Because that's it. We just needed to keep going. Man, what a shame. Okay, you know what? I'm going to ignore this for just a second, and we're just going to go straight into the next piece of the puzzle. So we're gonna want the brick texture one more time. I will sit and try and solve how to make a rotate correctly later. So we're gonna go ahead and put in a mix RGB. Instead of using the brick, I'm going to make my own brick out of this. And one color will be solid black, and the other color will be solid white. We should put in a color ramp, and it is going to use constants. Just to get a nice hard edge here. Cool. And so now we can pop this on up. This is going to be our spiral later. Once I learn how to make this into a spiral, that's the spiral. And now we make the pattern. So the pattern is going to be absolutely crazy. The center lines, I think we don't care too much about. Let's lower that scale down a little bit more. I don't know why it's catching on the bottom like that. We'll leave it like that. That's all right. 1.5 maybe. Make it even a little bit bigger. There we go. That should be all right. This is fine looking. Right there. Okay. So now let's go ahead and make a pattern. So we can change this to whatever we want. I could make it cycle. I could make it random. I could do all sorts of stuff. But just for the time being, I'm going to grab a texture that I like. I really like magic textures. So you can see, once the spiral's here, this will fill in the aspects of the spiral. We'll make that a little bit smaller. And again, I think I just want it like super, super small. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, I guess. Okay, so we got a magic texture. It needs to go into a color ramp. Trippy's the name of the game. I'm gonna have players walk through this thing, so it needs to look absolutely insane. So we'll start with something easy, and then I'll do more stuff to it later. So let's go ahead and pump this guy up. And distortion should ramp up quite a bit, and this guy needs to come way down. You can see it's all right there. There we go. So you're going to come in here, and this is actually going to be... Oh, wait, hold on. Hold on. Actually, this, we can get rid of this. Yeah, this is perfect. Okay, check it out. We're gonna do Emissives. The emissive strength is going to be determined by that, and it's perfect. It's literally perfect. So I think... Yeah, and then we can make this part metallic. Oh, this is great. This works so nice. So I'll drop the roughness down to like 0.1. It'll be pretty bright looking. Specular can come way down. Again, roughness, I suppose, should be determined by that. Perfect. Cool. So we got a lit tube. Let's work on this side. This side's a little bit easier for us to wrap our brain around. And now we just want to make it look absolutely crazy. So we can kind of go for whatever. Anything is possible here. I'm a big fan of a couple of specific different ideas. So I'm going to show you what I'm into. But we can do whatever we want. So if you got an idea, you want to see me try something, let me know. There's a lot of different ideas that we can put together here. So this is one of my favorite patterns in the world. It is a Musgrave, not a Musgrave, a Verneuil. Verneuil with Minoscu, V2 going into here. And don't ask me to repronounce those because I don't know how to pronounce them. And the exponent is 0.3. And it doesn't look like much for some reason. Oh, it's F1. It got weird for whatever reason. Also, we should grab this and apply scale. Wow, that looks pretty bad, actually. It's supposed to look a lot cooler than that. It's normally supposed to look like stars. Doing this almost always look like stars. But it doesn't want to do stars today, so... What a shame. I suppose I could make this pure white. And I can make the scale really small. And we can make this pure black. Bring it in just a little bit. It doesn't super work though. So theoretically, I could take our wave here and plug this into the vector. And by vector, I mean the scale. And by scale, I mean the randomness. Yeah, it looks pretty bad. I don't love that. Get rid of that. What do we want? What if we take a... Let's make something kind of nuts. I think I can make a bunch of little circles. How would I make a circle? I've done this in the past. I know there is a way to do it. It just requires a bit of doing on your part. You got to do the vector math yourself. Let's see. It is... You grab a square and you math. You take the square root of a square. So it might work if I use a checker. Checker might actually be really cool in general. Okay, so that's not it. Hold on. Let's go ahead and just make these very prominent, separate things so I can see them. And then we're gonna want... Oh no, it doesn't want to do that at all. How... I've done this in the past. How on earth did I do this? Yeah, okay, I don't know. Strange. There's too much to think about. I'm getting a little flustered. I'm thinking way too much about stuff that doesn't matter right now. At the end of the day, all we really want is to make something interesting. So let me chill out a little bit. I convinced myself that I was good at 3D modeling today, and here's what I'm getting for my efforts. We'll make that 1, and we'll make this... I think it's Z? Oh, Z, perfect. We'll do it just like that. And again, if I can get this to spiral, that's gonna look kind of nuts. So maybe, ideally, we will make this spiral as well, but we're not gonna do that right now. For the time being, we're gonna put these guys together using something a little bit more... There we go. So I'll make one of these black. And the other one, I'm gonna make like a nice dark bluish color. Get it really trippy looking. And then I think we also want to throw in a Musgrave with little stars all over it. So this is gonna render like garbage. I'm gonna have to export this as a texture for sure. Or make a movie clip out of it. This is gonna be a little challenging, I think. So let's go ahead and add one more mix RGB. This one's going to be a straight just add. And what we're adding is a texture, Musgrave. It's just white. There we go, perfect. Now I make it super small. Not what I liked. Let's do the same thing to you. And we're gonna put a color ramp on you, and then I can just decrease the amount of black that we have, or how much white we have. There we go. And if you're feeling extra spicy, we can come in here and we can go ahead and do a counterclockwise one of these. Not this again. Barrel out here thinking that they're... Hey, King Deck Pro, hello. You've entered at a very scary time. Amazing Barrel has decided to redeem that I drink water 40,000 times in a row. So what a lovely time to have joined the chat. Oh, it's Kurt. Did you get a new username? I'm drinking mango juice. I'm jealous. Honestly, pretty jealous of that. Yeah, I changed it. Hey, good on you. All right, this is gonna be our current setup. If I'm feeling extra crazy, and I'm always feeling extra crazy, we're gonna do a little bit of this. No, we're not gonna do that. We're going to... There we go. That is it. This looks nuts. And this one can just be black, which will let the color shine through. All right, drink up. What's up? Oh, no. Well, all right, I'm going to let it all go. You guys get it out of your system. All right, that's all of them. All right, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I think I count 19. Hey, hold on. I'm going to do something real quick. You ready? Amazing Barrel, this is all because of you. I'm going to drink 19 times, don't you worry. Oh, Sedated's on right now. That's nice. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump on into our settings on Twitch. And I'm going to go to channel points. We're going to change everybody hydrates is now 250. Ha 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 ha. You get what you get. Alright, cool. I am evil. I admit it. I like being evil. Alright, perfect. Oh, somebody gifted, I just got a sub. That's weird. Okay, anyway, we're back. Okay, well, I'll take 18. 18 is fine by me. Here we go. Oh. Oh. Hold on. Oh, I'm gonna die. There it is. We've done it. We've done it, folks. Nope, you don't get 19. It was 18. We had a double checker. You have to save up your channel points and do one more if you want me to do 19. I will actually die if I try to do any more. And I think dying on stream might be kind of cool, but I'm not doing it today, that's for sure. Dying on stream, yeah, you know? I'm sure it's happened before. I'm 100% sure that's a thing that's existed before. Absorb liquid. Oh, you even used a highlight message. That's lovely. Beryl, you've really become a member of this chat very fast. It's admirable. Okay, so I'm gonna leave myself a little note real quick here. We'll just do it right there, and I'm just gonna call this... node label is gonna be called Spiral. We're just gonna put that right here, just so we know that later, that is where our spiral is going to go. I'm very inclined to try and figure out the spiral right now. But, you know. 0.03, if we want to make this a little bit thicker. Oh, wait. $28K channel points for mod. What do you mean by that? There's no way I'm letting that happen. Oh man, I have a cool idea. I have a very cool idea. I want to buy a mod. You know, maybe I'll do like a bunch of channel points to become VIP. And then people can compete for VIP. That's not a bad idea. Make me VIP. I'm not making anybody VIP right now. I'm not even sure I really understand the implication of doing that, but we'll get there eventually. I like the way this looks. This is cool. This is fine. It's a little bright for me. So immediately, I think I should try and do it like this. I'm not making a flute. We're making a tunnel. Yep, we're making one of those little tunnels that you experience at the fair. We'll do it like that. And the blue can be dark. This is kind of cool. Okay, so the last thing I think I want to do is I don't love this checker pattern. I like really don't love the way the checker looks. I think it's a little annoying. So if I take the checker and I do this to it, that does nothing. If I take the checker and I do this to it, that doesn't really do anything for us either. Jax has level 40 in Hordes. He plays a lot, not a lot, but okay. I mean, I'm kind of impressed with how, like, seriously he's taken Hordes. We played it kind of one-off, just randomly one day. It was just sort of like, hey, guess what we're doing today? We're playing Hordes. And for whatever reason, he just went for it. I mean, it just, like, became his thing. Which is crazy. Okay, so now I have a little bit more control over it. Free iPad. What is happening? This chat is out of control. V should replace F for free. You're off in no man's land right now. I'm not sure what you got going on. Also, I think I liked the way this looked before, even though it was a little bit weirder as a setup for me. I do think it looks better. It's just a little bit more chaotic this way, I find. So we'll keep it like this. Vree iPods. I don't even know what's happening anymore. Do people want iPods? Are iPods still relevant? I feel like iPods haven't been relevant for a hot minute. Okay, if I can take this and warp and stretch it. I just want to make... I hate the squares. If you go inside these things, you want them to be like bizarro. You don't want normalcy in these things. You want them to be kind of nuts, and I'm not sure I understand how to make them nuts. I hate to say it, I think it might be a Musgrave. Vree is like Re, except you have to buy it with V-Bucks. Don't barrel. Barrel. I should put you on timeout for that. Inciting just the worst in chat right now. V-Bucks? You don't know what V-Bucks are? I want V-Bucks. Look what you've done. Look what you've incited in chat. The best thing is, I know that Barrel is proud of themselves. Okay, so if I take this and we do a Z. Whoa, hold on. And we drop that scale way down. I don't even have V-Bucks to give, my man. That ain't a thing. Whoa, 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 whoa. I've done it. It gets weird at the end, but I just did it. Hold on, I just did it. Wait a second. Wait a second. We're here, we're here, we're here. Let's put you on the vector. And it needs to be rings. Oh! Wait. Oh! Hold on. You're asking me for a refund. I don't even have anything to refund you with. $19 Fortnite card. Okay, check it out. If I go... Yes! We've done it! We've done it! Yo, we've done it. It's here. It's done. Problem solved. We've done it. We made a spiral. Excellent. Whew. Everything in me. Everything here is a we. We're a group here. Oh, whatever. You did it too. I can't believe we've done it. So now I just need one more texture node. And you're going to be the one that we were using earlier. I needed you all's energy to manifest this. So you're part of it now. We'll say 4 and 0, and we're back. We've done it. I will save it for 1 billion. The link is a YouTube video for some free Fortnite cards. Barrel is being a bit of a memer right now. What else is new, I guess? $19 Fortnite card? You know all about it. Okay, so now we just need a pattern that we're, like, satisfied with. But, like, man, I could not be more pleased with the fact that we got this to work. I could not be more pleased with this. This looks wonderful. Let's go ahead and make this black. Let us dance on the grave of memes. What is going on in this chat? What is going on this day? What are y'all doing? I love it, honestly. But I don't understand how we get here. Once a day, you all just go crazy. You all just lose your minds. Every day. Value, saturation. No, I'm not gonna ban anybody. I'm not a banning kind of guy. Unless you say some really offensive stuff, I'm not banning anybody. I've only had to ban one person legitimately over the course of my streaming career, and they were saying some pretty racy stuff. So I was like, all right, goodbye, and I banned them. Aside from that, doesn't really come up that often. I'm not gonna say who because one, I don't have no memory of who it was. No, I'm not gonna tell you their name. Even if I did know, I would not tell you their name. That's not very respectful. But it was just like a weird situation. It was just somebody that like really shouldn't have been the way that they were. Whoa! There's just a pipe in here. What is that? The roughness got decreased to nothing, and now we just see pipes. Okay, so our metallic got all messed up, which is fun. We want to 0.8 that, I think. We want to 0.1... What in the earth is happening? How did that happen? Hold on, I'm very confused. Alright, no worries. So that's been Kurt, everybody. Cue the Kurt sound effect. Oh, I see. Okay, so we have the color set up automatically up here. Barrel, what are you talking about? You guys are true chaos today. I'm not sure what happened. Also, I think we want this to be like a nice... Oh, if we set it to white, it ends up being like super rough. Yeah, there should be no reflections in this thing. We'll keep it just like that. And now I can color it to whatever color I want. No problem. Perfect. So we're gonna want like a screen. Like a bright screen. This is not half bad. I really want the checkerboard to be a little bit crazier, personally. But otherwise, I feel pretty content with this setup. So let's try and mess with this checkerboard real quick. That's kind of the only goal I have, and then I'm gonna sit and make other games in just a second. Also, I should mention that I don't have a game planned for today, so I think we're gonna do modeling straight to the end. I'm gonna go eat dinner with my family tonight, so it might be a little bit of a shorter stream, but not by much. It's not gonna be too crazy or anything like that. What on earth? I can tell, how about some TF2? There's a strange idea. You know, I'm vaguely considering it. Hold on. Give me a couple of moments to make it click in my head what's actually happening. I could probably play some TF2. No, I don't think we're gonna play TF2 today. If we want to do a TF2 stream, I'm okay with that. We can do a TF2 stream at some point. We're gonna have to plan it a little bit more. There we go. So let's make this 4D. 4D, we're gonna smooth it to 0.75. I don't like that the predominant color is that one. So I'm gonna swap these two. That one's gonna go up here. And this one is going to go down here. Sure, that's the way that we'll do that, I guess. Yeah, we're trying to get really funky. That's like the total goal today, is just to make it look crazy weird. I want it to feel like an actual dream. Right there. Yeah, this should be very dreamlike. And when you're popping through here, again, the spiral is going to have to come into place somewhere. Come on. How am I going to make this thing spiral? Now that we've done all of this, where is the spiral for this one? Welcome back. That was a very short pause for you. Hey, what inspired you to change your name? What's the new name about? Call Jax on Discord. I will not be doing that. To play Hordes with him? No, I'm not playing Hordes today. No Hordes for me. Tell him you reach 40. I mean, I could tell him I'll reach 40, but no, we're not gonna do that. That ain't the plan for the day. Hello, back. I'm Dad. Very good. Very good. That's a 10 out of 10 right there. That's a 10 out of 10 right there. Beryl just took this one. Also, I'm starting to think, what if I just do that? What if we just do this? And this vector right here gets dropped to like 3. You know what? I kind of love this. You heard this meme before. Again, so how did you get your name? What's King Deck Pro about? What is that? What does that come from? All right, folks, are we prepared? Here's the goal. If I take this and I rotate it, will it do anything? It does. Ugh. So the goal is I'm just gonna rotate it. I can rotate it. I can make the stars twinkle just a little bit using the Vernoy, or not the Vernoy, the Musgrave right here. I can literally just go like this and make the stars twinkle. We can offset them. We can do all sorts of stuff. I just came up with it. The king in first is the King Hayden kid. He's 13, and Deck is the winner of Hordes, owner of Hordes. You really like Hordes. How did you find Hordes? What got you into Hordes? We'll up the detail on these guys and maybe lower the dimension a little bit to make them look a little bit crazier. I saw a YouTube video. I searched 5 browser games to play. Got it. That's basically how I found it. It's pretty much exactly how I found the game. That looks terrible. was fun. It is a fun game. What are there other browser games that you tried out that you didn't like? I do this, object points, and then we lower the scale of everything down a little bit. 1.5, 1. Tetrio, and I think that's pretty much it. When I was looking for games, we came across a couple of them. Hordes was definitely the big one. But I'm also pretty into, what is it called? Oh gosh, I've lost it. We played it on that day. I'm trying to remember. I've totally forgotten it. I just did a video. Oh, Familiario. Familiar.io. Honestly, I don't like this as much as I like the other one. I mean, it's free. It's just online. It's basically Pokemon. Familiar. Like you're familiar with somebody. If you Google it, it'll autocorrect you. I mean, it'll send you to the right place. Okay, this is it. This is our little tunnel right now. What a complicated setup that we've done. I'm gonna call this Psycho Tunnel. And let's go back to... Oh wait, actually, let's node up the rest of this while we're here. So we got our little Strongman bell. We're gonna make you chrome. Ooh, look how beautiful that looks. She's already gorgeous. Don't have to think about it. It's gorgeous and it's just done and that's it. We auto smooth the into that and problem solved. Cool. And then we got this guy who is going to be the same material. We're just going to call you Chrome. I'm going to make it a little bit brighter. The spring is also going to be chrome. Keep everything nice and easy on here. And then this guy, we're going to want to separate into vertices, but for the time being, I will just make it a nice little red. What is this? What is this weird texture? Oh, it's the grating. Got it. Let's make a new one. It's going to be like a rubbery sort of red. High specular, high roughness, maybe like 0.75. It's got a bit of a sheen to it, it should. No clear coat. And then if we're feeling exotic, we'll go ahead and just go for it. So on you, let's hit edit. Boom, 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 boom. We're going for it. And then we're gonna grab you. You're playing the game right now? Hey, good on you. What looks dangerous? What do you mean, what looks dangerous? So I'm gonna make this rubber, and we're gonna hit assign, deselect, select. It's perfect. I'll go back to nodes. We're still in edit mode. I'm gonna make slot 2. It's gonna be basically nothing, and we're gonna go ahead and assign it to this. It's a hammer machine. You know, You go to the state fair and they're like, hey, hammer this. Like, hit this as hard as you can, and if you hit the bell, then you get whatever, a stuffed animal. Okay, so we're gonna want 0.07. It's very frustrating how much it takes to hit this point, but we'll go for it. Rubber basically has absolutely no, like, character to it. Yeah, no sheen, clear coat, no clear coat, no roughness. Yeah, I mean, it's just rubber. It's the most boring thing ever. All right, I guess you didn't like the game. That's fine. At least you know what you like very quickly. All right, so we're gonna call that rubber. And I'm gonna go back into edit mode real quick, and I see a problem. And we're gonna push all of this in just a little bit. That should make it shaped kind of interesting too. If we're feeling extra crazy, I'll leave it as is for the time being. I'm going to do the exact same thing to this hammer real quick. So let's grab all of X-ray, all of this, all of that. Yo, Barrel, you still here? I'm gonna make this rubber on the hammer. Aren't you, like, dying? Shouldn't you be going to bed sometime? You're the one who was saying that you're like dead asleep right now. The whole hammer is going to get this red material. I don't know what just happened. It's 10 p.m. I mean, if you're tired, man, who cares, right? Also, why is the hammer not getting colored? Oh, I just did subsurface. What am I doing? Hammer's red. Okay, now we got Harley Quinn's hammer. We're gonna go to edit mode. We're going to... Oh, no! Actually, wait, hold on. I think I did it correctly. We did it correctly. Oh, thank goodness. We're gonna call this rubber hammer. What time do you normally go to bed? Being that I mostly deal with European people, I suppose I exclusively only ever deal with people who, like, stay up late. But curious nonetheless. What is normal bedtime for you? Because my sleeping schedule is all out of whack currently. Like, I have no normal anymore. Sometimes I go to bed at midnight, sometimes I go to bed at 3 a.m. And there's just no rhyme or reason to it. Alright, I don't want this to be red. I'm not falling asleep tired yet. Give it an hour or so. If you fall asleep on stream, you'll have a bunch of channel points again. Which is good, because I just raised the cost of water, so... You know. Okay, so we're gonna go nice and by the book. We've been a little bit off the book for a bit. So I'm gonna up our bookingness again. We'll do like that, and then the detail is gonna go up, and the detail scale just needs to go up 1, and we're gonna roughness it. And we should be looking pretty good. So what are you up to now? What's the night activity for you? What do you do when you're plugged into a stream and you're just kind of hanging out? There we go. That should do it. And this one's going to be nice and easy. We're just going to go with a brown. And the exact same brown, but made more yellow and desaturated. This one should also probably be a little bit desaturated. We'll say like 0.6. There we go. The whole thing can be scaled. Oh wait, hold on. It can be scaled way down. And now we can up that scale. And now I think I can lower this distortion a little bit. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. Looks just like wood. Done. This rubber material, now that I'm looking at it, should probably be a little bit darker. So I'll say 0.05. And I think both of these could be raised up just a little bit. So I'm going to say 0.1 and 0.13. That's perfect. Basically perfect. All right, cool. So next up, what's next in the fair? What else are we doing? I feel like I've spent a lot of time just kind of hanging out. I suppose the tunnel just took a while, which fair enough. Let's grab this first material real quick. I'm gonna put a checkerboard on it, but I'm not gonna get too caught up in the details because we're going to move on to the next one. Okay, so let's add a texture coordinate and a mapping node. Where's that mapping node? There it is. Bada boom, bada boom. And Z will be 0.5. No, I think Y is 0.5. It's 2. Perfect. And then Z needs to be like 4 or 5. And we're in. We've done it. Look at the way she looks. She's gorgeous. Perfect. If we were feeling extra crazy, I would try and fix this material right here, because as soon as this were to be animated, this is gonna break. I don't love that, but it's all right for the time being. It gets the idea across. So that is our strongman test done. Now let's make our next one. So if I go back to our overall view, what are we gonna make next? Let's start with something easy. I'm gonna make a bottle toss. We're gonna make a nice little bottle toss, and I'm gonna be just like a carny, and I'm gonna make it as unfair as humanly possible. So we're gonna go for a cylinder of 3. I can rotate this on the Z by 90 degrees. And by that, I mean negative 90 degrees. And we're Gucci. We're going. Okay, so that is about the size that I want it. Maybe way smaller, actually. Right there. Okay. So now I grab it and we come in here, we offset just a hole in the center. We're going to extrude it down along the normal, and then we're gonna fill it full of bottles. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. These bottles are pretty weird looking. So let's make the bottles... Yeah, let's just make the bottles. Let's go for it. I suppose I could link objects together and try and do it that way, but I'm not sure I love the way that this looks. So let's try making a bottle real quick first. Before we do anything, let's make a bottle. It's going to be a pretty low-res bottle. It has to be objectively, given what we're doing. If I made it high-res, we would just run into a real problem, I think. So, little tiny bottle. Make it tall. Come on. There we go. I'm going to loop cut it once near the top. We're going to grab you, pull you up, bring you in. And we're going to make these weird, strange looking bottles. I think I might even make it a little bit cheaper than this. We can make it way worse. I mean, carnies don't care. Why would they care? They get paid if they, like, beat you. I suppose they probably get paid no matter what. I'm pretty sure, like, job security would mean that they just have a paycheck, but I don't know. It seems like the Wild West to me. So we'll do it like that. And then I will push it all the way down in there. We can sit and worry about that a little bit later. But for the time being, we're just going to do this. Not half bad. We'll do the same thing to you. And then all we want is to round this part out. And round the bottom out. This part's going to be a little frustrating to do because I'm going to do it like that. And then we're going to squish them way down and push them down. And we've done it. A bottle. Good luck getting a ring around that. This is going to be a real pain in the butt to try and figure out. So let's go ahead and just take it from here. Could I sit and re-texture this? Yeah, I can make it a little better, but I don't think we want to. I think this is fine as is. The more I put into this, the harder it's going to be to render. And that's just not what we're going for right now. I will make it a little bit taller, though. Just so that people actually have a chance of scoring on this thing. And since I've made it taller, let's go ahead and just dissolve these, pull you up, rebevel you. There we go. Good luck. Good luck scoring on this guy. So, the next part is the most annoying part. And that's that I need to get this to fit onto here appropriately. This part I'm a little worried about. Should probably be a little bit bigger than that. Right about there is good. And we'll do some Z, and that doesn't work, so instead of doing Z, we'll just do it like this. And I'm gonna do my best to get it like clipping right on the edge of each of these. So, the best way I know how to do it is to put an array on. And it's going to be a Y of 1.1, 0, This looks all right to me. So we'll just go all the way across. And of course, we can't go all the way, so I will scooch you guys over just a little bit and bring you in just a little bit. Right about there. And now begins the part that I'm gonna hate. I'm gonna have to figure out a way to fix this later, but we'll do that later. So let's go ahead and add an array. And it's going to be x 1.1. That part is cool. And 0.05. There we go. 1.05. Hey! It's the first time I've used that sound effect. Holy cow. Sedated Chaos. Happy to have you. Hello, hello, everyone. How'd the stream go? Since we have so many people here, hold on. I'll take a break and I'll show you what we're working on. We're making some carnival games. Hello, hello. We're making carnival games today. So I'm starting with this little bottle throw right here. But what we've already made is we made ourselves a little strongman test that has a terrible checker pattern that we have to refix. With a little bell at the top. And we made ourselves a little trippy tube that once we get this whole thing animated up, it's gonna go for a little spin. So that's been the work so far. It's about 2 hours in. All right, I just saw the word pinup. What did you end up making? It went well. Lots of sketch pinups. I love carnival games. Absolutely. Who doesn't love carnival games? I mean, that's the classic right there. All right, so is that just about centered? It looks about centered to me. So if I sit and just go for it, it definitely got off center a little bit. So let's go ahead and reduce this X by 1.03. They are all rigged. Yeah, they're pretty much all rigged, as far as I can tell. 1.01. Maybe I'll just do 1. Although that looks pretty good to me. Also, I'm very happy to know that my sound effects work again. Kind of freaked me the heck out when you did it, but it's good to know. They work? Hey, they work. Perfect. Cool. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go into edit mode. I'm gonna click everything. We're going to separate by loose parts. And then we're just gonna click a whole bunch of them. And everybody who has ever 3D modeled in their life is panicking right now. And I'm also panicking. So happy to be in the same boat as you. Just been one of those days. There we go. Ring toss. Done. Oh, she's beautiful. Oh, she's beautiful. Oh, God, I made so much geometry. Hold on. Let me grab everything you can see on screen except for the table. And we're going to join it all together. Oh. Hold on. What just happened? Now we can join. There we go. Bottles. Triangles. Oh yeah, I mean, it's like one of those weird little pegboards that you get at IHOP or Cracker Barrel, and you're trying to jump all your pegs over each other. It's basically what I've made. We're gonna call you Ring Toss Table. And I'm gonna go ahead and make a new collection, and this is gonna be called the Ring Toss. And let's make some stuff. So, first up is gotta be the bottles. So we're just gonna make them really nice and simple. I don't think we need to overthink how bottles work. Bottles are pretty normal as far as I can wrap my brain around. So we're gonna just give them a little bit of transmission. Transmission roughness of 2, roughness of 0. 0.1. 0.75. And give them that lovely little green color. They are rendering super slow, which means that I'm gonna have to fix this, but for the time being, this will do. Actually, even better. How do I want to do this? If I use a color node, so if we use color ramp between green and a brown, like that, how do I go between the two of these? Let's see, object info. That ain't gonna do it. Might be geometry. If these were all separate objects, okay, so a really clear thing that you can do, unfortunately I can't do it here, is I could choose a couple of different colors, right? And I would put a constant between them. And let's want to make like a purple, like a nice purple weird looking bottle. And I'll make that very rare. What I could do is I could put on object info random. And every time I copy these and make a new one, oh, this is gonna prove me so wrong, isn't it? Oh, come on. Please. There we go. You'll randomly generate colors. If I could randomly generate colors for each individual bottle, that'd work, but I'm joining the meshes together. So you know what? Screw it. We'll do it the hard way. Screw it, screw it, screw it. We'll just go for it. Let's grab you guys. And let's go into edit, grab everything, separate by loose parts. And now we have a couple of green, brown, purple bottles. So if we want to be extra crazy, I can add a little bit of extra colors here. Let's make this like desaturated as can be. We will make this one like very dark. And then the purple we're gonna make super rare. There we go. Not half bad. Cool. So now let's make the table. So our table is not that. There he is. It's just the most boring thing I've ever seen in my life. I mean, we'll just color it for the time being, I guess. Just make it look nice. Hey, no worries. I'm sure you probably want to take a break after streaming. I couldn't imagine trying to like hold a conversation after a full stream. Every time I get off a stream, I'm just like, I need to stop talking for an hour. I just disappear from the earth. Alright. Someone's gonna hurt themselves on these little edges. And I know carnies don't care, but I care about carnies, so we'll go for it. So I'm gonna add a little bevel on both of these guys. Sir, please. There we go. Let's do an SZ up. I don't know about this one. We'll go ahead and fix that scale. Go back into edit. And then redo our bevel. There we go. Oh, she's gorgeous. Oh, she's gorgeous. Yeah, perfect. Just as is. And then I don't care if that's sharp. We're looking good. So we'll shade you smooth. While we have people here, I usually like to do requests. Welcome back. I usually like to do requests for the final 30 minutes. If anybody has any ideas for, like, carnival games, carnival prizes, anything like that, I would love to take a suggestion. I know King Deck wants to make a suggestion already. Yeah. Ryagon, feel free. I mean, what's the worst thing that's going to happen? You're going to make a suggestion, somebody else makes a suggestion, and then we're going to combine them together? A jumping castle? There's no way I'm making a jumping castle. How am I going to make him a jumping castle? That's not even a fairground thing. Always barrel. It's always barrel with this stuff. This is why you have fully integrated into our chat. Also, if I was being extra crazy, I would put like a really bright red underneath here. So I'm going to do that. Let's go ahead and grab the bottom of it. Make another slot. Grab just this bottom. We're going to assign it a new material. I think. Did that work? It's hard to tell. Let's go back to object mode. Oh yeah, it worked. Perfect. So slot 2 is going to be bright red. Like an orangey red. There we go. That ain't half bad. Shows up through the bottles pretty well. Cool. I'm like, I kind of want to do more checkerboard. I never get to use checker patterns, and being at a fair is like so checkerboard to me. But I'm going to resist the urge as best as I can. I think I will add one thing, though. I'm a pretty big fan of this being a new slot. This one should be like a yellow. There we go. So are there any recommendations? Anybody has anything they want to see? Speak now or forever hold your peace. Yeah, we'll say that's about right. 0.08. You know what? I actually really love this pink color. And while we're at it, I kind of also really like this blue. That's too dark. This blue. Yeah, with the orange on the inside, that's pretty nice looking. Alright, cool. If you can make a shooting gallery in 10 minutes, I'll be impressed. Okay, let's look that up. What does a shooting gallery look like? I mean, if you've known me for long enough, my whole thing is either I'm impressive or I'm a total fool. Those are my only two speeds. And we oscillate between them pretty fast. Shooting gallery. What is a shooting gallery? Oh, I'm gonna get like gun stuff. Okay, this is fine. All right. Oh, it's like the cans. I love like turn of the century art. That's wild. Okay, cool. So it's gonna be a couple of cans sitting on a piece of wood, with a gun. Sure, yeah, we can do that. No problem. That's it. So go ahead and start a timer. And I'm going to go ahead and close all of this out. We're going to get rid of that. We're in normal view. Perfect. Collection. Shooting gallery. The gun is definitely going to be the worst part of this. Just putting that out there. Like, guaranteed the gun is going to be the worst part. So, we're going to save that for last, so it can be a nice little bit of comedy for us. And I will go ahead and just start digging into this thing. That's the front counter. Do I need to do the walls? I guess I need to do the walls. It's going to be boom, 2, pull it apart. Cool. And then we're going to grab you, and we're going to pull you back. That's probably about as big as it needs to be. That's actually probably way bigger than it normally is, but that's fine. We'll take it there. This is going to be our quote-unquote back table. So this is the distance that you have to overcome. And then we can go ahead and cut the back of this, push it on back, and make a backdrop. Okay. There you go. And there's a tent over it. I'm not going to do the tent right now. Maybe I'll do the tent right now. Why not? I'm going to have to end up, like, cutting this booth to some degree. But for the time being, it's all right. All right. So, very quick. Fun little fact. If you grab everything and you press SZ0, it aligns everything together. That saves you a ton of time. It's the most important thing you can ever do if you're trying to save your life with 3D modeling. Because how many times you mess up and you want to bring everything together is all the time. Cool. Let's go ahead and pop all of this up. Bada boom, bada boom, bada boom. And then all we need to do is bridge these faces together. Bridge those faces together. Bridge this together. And then very, very carefully grab that. Come on. Now, if I was trying to do this legitimately and not in 30 minutes, I think I would put a piece of tint over this and drape it down with physics, but that ain't in the cards today. Actually, now that I'm looking at all of this, it is way too tall, so we'll make it nice and short. Just like that. Cool. I actually kind of also think it's a little, like, long. So I'm going to grab that and scooch you in. And then we should be good. Okay. Set origin to geometry, and we're going to move the whole thing over to 0 and 0. Nice and easy. Cool. So now we need what? Cans? Yeah, we're going to need cans. Cans. How do you make a can? Can. It is a cylinder. Not that. It's a cylinder of 24, probably. 24 will do. The size of a can is like this. It's up a little bit. We'll go ahead and cut it maybe... Quick math, 16 times. That's too much. Let's do 14. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I counted wrong. Nope, not 16. It needs to be an odd number. We'll do 17. Boom, 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 boom. Pull everything out just a little bit. Can cardboard box? No, but tin can. Wow. I can't even believe I fell for that wholeheartedly. I read that like it was so genuine. I was like, oh, what insight do we have on 3D modeling here? Nope. Okay, so we got a tin can. I'm gonna go ahead and... Oh man, it should definitely come out because I don't want to make extra geometry. So we'll do it like right there. We'll go ahead and extrude a little face. We will pop you down. Tin can, done. I don't know if they still have the top on them or not, but we're gonna pretend they don't. And since this is not going to be actually rendered at any point, we can make it look really nice. Like this. The inside looks pretty bad. So let's go ahead and fix that real quick. We'll go ahead and just inset one hole there, inset one hole there, and put a little guy right there. And now, looks perfect. Cool. So that's our tin can. Nice and easy. Let's push them on over to our set piece over here. And this is going to be a single participant shooting range for the time being. It's only been 3 minutes? What the heck is happening? How am I doing this in 3 minutes? What? There's no way it's been 3 minutes. What? I feel like I've been here for 2 years. We'll put you at 0, which was a terrible idea. We'll put you at 0. Stick you right on that counter. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and maximum overdrive. I mean, that's it, man. That's me. If you want me to clutch it, I can clutch it. I need pressure. My life is based around pressure. I work best when I have an objective, for sure. Okay, so we do the same thing we did on the last one. It's going to be a 0, but a 1. It's actually less than 1 somehow. But the Y can be 0.5. 0.01, 0.1. There we go. That works. This actually looks very similar to the last setup, which is wild. Because I just now realizing that every game at a fair is just a version of the same game. I'm gonna turn you into diamonds. What? What did I miss? I missed something. I'm not sure what that even means. 0.95. 0.97. That's good enough for my purposes. So we're gonna hit apply. Everything shifted a little bit. I think that's okay. We're gonna hit apply again. Again, I'm gonna come into edit mode, grab everything, separate by loose parts. We're gonna get rid of a bunch of these guys. Hello? One more time, please. Without deleting the background this time. There we go. And this time we're just using a simple metal pattern with a little bit of rust. So there is no reason not to keep it all contained like this. I do have an idea though. Humans are part carbon, part pressure turns carbon into diamonds. I see it. I see how you got there. I see how you got there. All right, so that is already pretty set, I would say. To make this a little bit more authentic, let me grab this. I'm realizing I made a mistake. I should have done this earlier. But it is what it is. Again, this is not a final render, so I'm not that frustrated about it. We can fix this in post if we ever needed to. There we go. Not half bad. Cool. So now we need a gun, we need prizes, and oh, and I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna cheat big time. They they rig these things, right? How do they rig them? They put glue on them, don't they? So I'm going to put some glue on here. Tell you what, we're going to put a little bit of Elmer's glue in the scene because we're dirty rascals. They use magnets? Do they really use magnets? They must do, you're right. Well, that makes my job a lot easier. Okay, so we'll do a cylinder. I'm going to go ahead and just make it a 6. I think a hexagon communicates the idea pretty well of a magnet. I ain't that upset about it. Glue is too obvious. You think magnets aren't obvious? I guess that's on you, I guess. Okay, so we're going to do 2 segments of a magnet. That works. Sure, that'll work. And just to really sell the idea, we'll put the magnets up in here. I'll put just a few so you can see them. I'm not really trying to actually rig a thing. This is not going in the game, so there's no reason to actually like sit and stress over all of this. That's why I'm not worrying about my geometry. I'm not exporting any of this, so who cares, right? Can you see magnets through the counter? What kind of question is that? What are you talking about? You've perplexed me. I don't know what you mean by that. Magnets. Cube is tin cans. And the cube is the actual gallery, which made it a color that is kind of hard to look at, but we'll deal. Can you see magnets through the counter? What are you talking about? Okay, so if I stick a bunch of these together... You said magnets are too obvious? Can you see glue through the counter? What are you talking about? I don't think either of them are just, like, super obvious. I think, like... It's obvious in the fact that you think it's probably true, but how would you prove it? Like, how would you prove glue? I suppose you'd have to get your hands on the actual, cans. Okay, so if I skip a few of these, that should make it a little bit more believable, I think. So I'm going to skip that one. And we're going to make sure both of these are connected. And then I'll skip that one. They put magnets under the counter, not in the cans. Well, you know what? I have limited... I'm not going to put a magnet under the counter because you'll never see it. I gotta sell the idea somehow, you know? Also, my Control V does not want to work. Yeah, I'm just trying to sell the idea. I don't know. I'm not being too specific about this. Also, I think I just goofed up all these magnets, which is great. Which is a lovely thing for me to have done now. Here in the last thralls of this sketch. There we go. So let's go ahead and get rid of the gallery real quick. Is there a magnet in most of these? There's enough magnets for me to feel content. I can live with this. I think there's a bunch of repeating magnets for some reason. Yeah, I can get rid of that one. You'll never see it under the counter. That's the entire point. I mean, that's fair. But at this point, I'm making like a piece, right? So I just got to go with whatever the piece demands. I see your point. If I had more time, I think I would definitely abide by what you're saying. But it ain't that big of a deal right now. Yeah, that'll do. Those are the magnets, done. So, shooting gallery, I don't think has any more components than that. Now we just need the gun, right? Oh, we need prizes. We need prizes. Oh god, the prizes are going to kill me. Let's make the gun. All right, off to Firefox. Firefox it is, and let's look up BB gun. Oh, this is gonna be the worst gun you've ever seen. The thing that I'm kind of known for on this channel happened a long time ago. I made a fish holding a gun, and our good friend I'm a Cup of Joe uses it as like a dude on his stream. That's the only gun I think I've ever made. I don't really have a preference towards guns. I don't love guns as a concept. I grew up shooting guns. They mostly use air rifles. That's okay. We'll use this. I'm no stranger to a little bit of fantasy. But yeah, so I don't make a lot of guns. Guns are definitely not my thing. But if you really want me to try this, I think we can make it work. Coloring it is going to be the hardest part. So, here's what I'm going to do this. I'm going to go real fast. I know I have limited time, so I just got to go for it. So let's bring you up to here. We're going to put you in a bit of a clear mode. Guns. Actually, I'm going to go like this, because it's pretty square. I don't need to worry about rounding out anything too much. So I'm going to do it like this to get the dimensions correct, and then we'll come back and round out the parts that need to be rounded. Sir. So we'll do it like that, and like this. And we'll grab that little face right there and pull you out. And I'm just going to pull you out twice. So we'll say you're like right here. Yeah, as I grew up with a lot of guns. My family was into hunting. I mean, not like super, but my family did hunting, and my grandpa especially like owned a hunting range and all sorts of stuff like that. So I grew up with guns. I don't know. I'm not a very violent person. I'm not into like that. I like swords and stuff a lot more. I think there's more like control, more deliberacy with all that kind of stuff. It would be pretty difficult to accidentally kill somebody with a sword. Not that it hasn't happened, but like it's just a lot more unlikely, all things considered. Okay, how am I going to do this? So I think what I can do, first off, let's grab all of this and bring it down to the size we like. Get that out of there. We'll do it like that. And then all I need to do is come through it like this. Inset you slightly. Inset you slightly. In fact, I don't need to inset you at all. Yes, I do. Sure, we'll do it like that. That's fine. And we'll go ahead and extrude along normals to make the actual gun part, and we'll extrude, and a fly has somehow found its way into my room and it is trying to drive me absolutely crazy. You're doing a good job, fly, honestly. We're gonna go ahead and dissolve that edge. I have a friend who is very into guns, especially German guns. He's a hardcore German patriot. Now, I am German. I'm a German guy. I like Germany. I especially love, you know, what Germany's been up to lately. They've been very cool. What is a German patriot? What does that mean? That is some worrying language right there. I think Germany should probably be a little bit careful using language like that. This looks suitable to me. And it's just like a snuff. I don't even know what that bottom bit is. So we'll go ahead and take this, and we'll poke in. I will add a little bit of this. A guy who's genuinely proud of being German. Oh, okay. I mean, I'm also, by that definition, I'm also a German patriot. It's just kind of a weird way to say it, you know? Kind of weird, worrying language. I think it's like that common thing of like, when is it okay to joke about the Holocaust? And I think a lot of people are like, well, never. And, you know, that's not very realistic. Like, eventually, jokes are going to get made about it, regardless of how people feel. But it's like, that's a hard question to answer. I think the use of, like, German patriot is, like, it's probably okay to call yourself a German patriot. I doubt it's a problem to anybody. But it's definitely a little, like, maybe don't use that language. No one can stop you, of course. There's nothing, like, inherently offensive about it, but it's just a little bizarre. Okay, so that's been enough political talk. We're gonna switch gears off of that. And I am looking at this, and I'm thinking this looks pretty good. You and him have nothing to do with World War II. I mean, that's true, but, like, it doesn't mean that there aren't lessons to be learned and things, like, to be gained from looking back upon history. Not that the responsibility lies on any sort of individual other than, you know, the individuals who have been blamed. But, you know, people do need to, like, care to some degree about history and what has transpired. Saying, like, it's not my problem, I don't know if that does anybody, like, a real bit of service. Even yourself. I mean, even just from, like, the sake of learning something, I think that's not the best way to feel about the world. But I also come from a pretty, like, privileged background where I have the ability to feel that way. You know, I have, like, hindsight. I have the ability to say, like, I get the chance to sit and think about my own existence, where I know a lot of people, especially a lot of people really close to me, weren't given that opportunity. So, I mean, I get it. Anyway, this conversation has totally left me at this point. We're gonna bring it back a little bit. Yeah, don't play by history. Perfect. You've said it in the best way you possibly could. So we're gonna go from there. Try and tell me this doesn't look hella good. The only thing that I think it's missing is this line right here. So we're gonna crease that line super hard. And we're gonna put this back on, and it didn't work. Why not? It looks like a shotgun. It does look like a shotgun, which is very weird. Oh man, I don't know if I love the way this thing looks. If I rip the vertices from it, it shouldn't be that big of a deal, but I also think we're low on time. So, tell you what, I'm gonna remove that. Oh. Yes. Oh, yes. We messed up. We didn't do our vertices correctly. Why is it so weird? What is happening to this thing? You know what? It'll do. We have 8 minutes left. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and call it. That's that. Now, let me go ahead and make sure we got every little piece that we want. We want this, this, this. We want all of this, you. I don't know why that one got selected, but sure, we'll take it. All of this, all of this. That looks all right to me. There's no trigger, which I guess I should fix that. So let's first, let me make a vertice real quick. We'll call you metal. And assign, deselect, select, perfect. Let me go ahead and loop that guy right here. And we'll go ahead and extrude along normals, down, back. We'll grab one of you. Bada boom. Yeah. Oh, it kept it too. That's lovely. That's perfect. Cool. Well, let's put our subsurface back on. The trigger looks pretty bad. But too bad. This is a speed sketch. We gotta go fast. So I'm gonna go ahead and rotate it by Z. Right there. Mind me while I hiccup. We'll put it down on its side and we'll rotate it ever so slightly to give it sort of an organic feel. And we'll put everything back together. It's a little big. That might be a little small, but small is fine. We'll take small. There you go. Okay, cool. So we're gonna go ahead and color it. So first things first, let's grab the booth. Let's do the tin cans first. Oh, I didn't do any prizes. I didn't have time for prizes. What a shame. Also, just for the sake of the lighting, it's gonna look kind of bad unless we bust this face down, so we're gonna do that. Now the tin cans. Ugh, killing my eyes. Okay, tin cans, here we go. As fast as lightning. We're gonna go color ramp. We're gonna go Musgrave. We've done this 1,000 times before. We're going to grab roughness. Specular is gotta be high. Sheen, metallic. That goes down. Perfect. Okay, so it is a gray can, which is looking pretty good. And then it's gotta be a rusted color. Right about there. Sure, that'll do. And you always want to add a little like eye line on your metal. So we'll do like a little bit of that. Perfect. Our scale's gonna go way up. Detail up, dimension down. Oh, why does it look so bad? That's not the way this normally looks. Strange. Looks worse than usual. Wonder why. Okay, well that'll be our cans anyway. I don't think there's any real way around that. So let's grab a magnet. Magnets are going to be super polished, no roughness. I mean, that's it, right? It's basically a hyper-reflective object. I can respect any person who is proud of their country, even if their history is bad, worse, or Russia. You're kind of being a bit of an edgelord today. You got a little edgelord in you right now? We're gonna call you Magnet. I think yesterday was my turn to be edgelord. Today is your turn to be edgelord. So we need Kurt tomorrow. I'm not streaming tomorrow, so he'll just do it on his own. We need who? Kurt, we were talking about you. King Deck. Hey, later, Rygon. We're almost done. You're gonna miss it. I know we're talking about all sorts of crazy stuff, too, so that certainly doesn't help. Oh, thank you so much. That's a cool little thing you just did, too. Pass along the edge belt? Absolutely. Okay, so I want to grab our vertexes real quick on edit mode, select them, go to slot 2, here assign, perfect. And we're going to see if we have like a black metal. We do! Oh, it's perfect. Rygon, it's been nice, thank you, very appreciated. Okay. And I think, last but not least, I just need to color this all sorts of crazy colors. It's a shame, right? Because I want it to be... First off, let me name this wood real quick. The edge of peace is tougher than the edge of war. That was some depth. Where did that come from? That was deep. I think we needed to hear that. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and throw on a checker pattern, because what else am I gonna do? And we're going to scale that way down. I don't know. For some reason, I just think checker pattern makes sense for all of this. So I'm gonna grab both of these. Miss what? King, I don't know what you're talking about. She adjective sharper? I don't know what you guys are talking about anymore. It always takes like just a couple of words to confuse me. I was gonna miss something. I don't know what I was gonna miss. Always kind of losing track of things, just in general. You are nuts today. All right, it is 5 o'clock. This is my best attempt at making a shooting gallery in 30 minutes. This is our best attempt. Let me go ahead and frame it correctly for us. Actually, let's do it right here. There we go. That is our best attempt at a shooting gallery in 30 minutes. There's a couple of things I think I could have done better if I was concentrating. Not that I want to use that as an excuse. But here it is. We're here. The big thing I'd really like to change is the wallpaper, or whatever you want to call it, the walls. They really should have been beige with like those little triangular flags hanging everywhere. Ideally, there would have been a lot more color in this piece. It looks real. Thank you. Very appreciated. The gun doesn't look too great. Hey, no worries at all. So normally, this is the point in the stream where I would take a BRB and I would go play some games on stream. So on a normal day, that's what you can expect. But I got dinner with my parents tonight. So we're going to call it here today. I'll be back with our normally scheduled program next week. If you want to keep up, if you want to see my schedule when I post my schedule, all of that is on our Discord. We got a couple of cool folks who post their 3D models on there as well. So feel free to come hang out, come talk art. We do have a section for 2D art for anybody who's into 2D art. We have a little bit of music creation stuff, all sorts of stuff. It looks surreal, like something of a modern art place. Oh, Beryl. You've just said the nicest thing you can say. I very much appreciate it. I was just about to reinstall AI, so I went for artistic. Absolutely. Very cool. Yeah, so if you need me, I will be back next week. Come join the Discord. You'll see all of our information posted on the Discord. You should definitely go for Blender again. Blender is lovely. Blender only gets more interesting every update. Like, we're at the point now where you can export principled BSDFs, and there's geonodes to make cities in seconds, and like realistically, I should have taken these tin cans and made geonodes out of them. I just don't know them. But yeah, this is it for me. So I will see you all next week. Peace.